Hi, this is Cassie McCoy with the Master Teacher Project and Better Lesson. So this is Just to Say by William Carlos Williams is one of my absolute favorite poems. I love to teach it. And this is one that I always share my 2 cents on to really get kids riled up about imagism. I personally love this poem because it looks super simple. And then if you start looking at it more, there's so many twists and turns that you can talk about as a class. So I always start off by kind of saying that I strongly feel, and this always offends my gentlemen, I strongly feel like this is a man because I feel like them that, it's probably on a post-it note on the fridge door. I think I may have gotten this note at some point in my life. So I always talk about how the I feels like a man to me, but it can be anything again. Um, and then I like to break it up, kind of stanza by stanza, and ask them, okay, so what happens if we just read the first stanza of the poem? So I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox. That sounds like such an objective, no problem note, kind of like a grocery list. But what really starts to rile me up is that we go into the next stanza, and he admits that he knowingly ate them, even though they were probably being saved for this other person's breakfast, which feels like maybe a significant other. That section really clarifies that it was like a purposeful intention. Like maybe they wrote this note before you woke up, and you're gonna wake up and find this note, no plums, that he knew was your breakfast, and that's junk. Continuing the forgive me line, if he ended there, I always ask students, would you believe him that he really wants forgiveness? And generally, like, yeah, maybe, except for it kind of seems like he knew what he was doing. And then all of a sudden it changes, and I always tell them I go into my white hot anger mode because he starts going into, they were delicious. So not only have I eaten the plums that I knew you were saving for breakfast, I'm going to tell you that they're delicious right after I've faux asked you for forgiveness. And then just to cap it off, kiddos, I'm going to tell you that they are so sweet and so cold. So I'm going to tell you specifically how they were delicious just to rub it in your face, you poor plumless person. I adore that. I love students sometimes think imagism isn't very complex. And it's really not. It's not supposed to be, huge thinker poems. But just because something seems simple doesn't mean it's not worth investigating further to see what kind of nuances are there. And this is a great poem to teach that.